Hey, Anthony, do you like my new shirt?
Sure, man. It's cool. Could have been better.
What was that?
I said it could have been better.
You want to fight about
Yeah,
it?
I do. Let's go, chump. Hold on a second. We don't need to fight.
We don't?
All you need to do is go to 86.com and choose from one of their many designs. Franchises range from Skullgirls to Street Fighter and even BlazBlue. And if you check out 86 through this Twitch channel, use 86.com/?AFF=4 to let them know that Mission Star Podcast sent you. Definitely. All right, so a little change of order because now that we've kind of set up in this situation where remember Overwatch Minute and remember Why You're Wrong and how we did it once every episode. Well,
No, we do whatever the fuck we want.
exactly. So now we get
Bitch.
Now you get both. Now you
Fight
get now you
I
get
mean, on the side of the road.
now you got both from two people now. So with that in mind, let's go with the Overwatch Minute first, and then we'll go into Why You're Wrong with Alex. So with that being said, let's roll out the intro for the Overwatch Minute. The Overwatch Minute with Gregg Dietz.
Rip. Now.
All right, and we are live.
I think the intro is going to be longer than me talking. Lord, I was like, wait a
Stretch
minute.
it. You gotta stretch it.
That's a cool ass
okay.
intro, damn it.
I mean, it is good. I just can't see it, so I'm like, now.
What is it?
But guys, so for Overwatch, we have a massive update. We have a new hero that is publicly on the servers. Now, I talked about him before when he was first announced, and I've had a chance to actually play him, Sigma. Sigma is a very tough tank to get a hold of. So he has three things that he can do outside of his ult, which I'll get to in a little bit here. But one ability, I'm drawing a blank on the names of them. I should probably just have my phone in front of me with the shit on it. Sigma's kit is interesting. He has his I'm gonna use Xbox lingo because that's what I fucking play on, so forgive me. His left bumper attack or ability is he'll absorb whatever damage is being outputted towards him for like a whole second, and then he puts that into a personal shield on his health bar. This is usually useful with like soldier's attack or anything in that vein. If a whole team, like if Diva's rushing him, he can absorb all of her damage and then put it into a shield for himself, which usually protects him when she finally makes contact. But I like that a lot because it's not overpowering him. It's not so much shield that it hinders the other team. I would generally say that if you were to take a shit ton of damage with that, the most shield he can get is like 200 on his already 400 health. So that I like that. That's not too much. That seems about right. The other ability that he has is he can basically gravitationally hold up like he basically pulls a boulder together and then hucks it at anything. This knocks somebody down. It's not as bad as Reinhardt's hammer down. It's not sleep dart. It's not Brigitte's stun. It just they just go and then get back up. Where this is useful is if somebody is ulting on point. Let's say a Reaper hops in the middle of a point and starts going, die, die, die. Now when my friend plays a Sigma, all of a sudden I hear, die, and then he's done. And then he either ghosts out of there or gets killed. One of the fucking two. It is awesome in that regard. I fucking love his little knockdown boulder. And the other thing is that those abilities come back after a pretty lengthy time. So you don't get to just keep throwing boulders. It's like a solid 10-second cooldown. And the energy thing, the absorb energy thing is like a fucking 15-second cooldown. So it's like that shit doesn't come back quickly. He also has a shield. It has 1,500 health. So it's 500 less than Reinhardt's shield and about 700 more than Orissa's. Because Orissa's 800. But what's interesting about his shield is that he can throw it pretty fucking far. So again, we're talking about an Xbox controller. If I hold down the left trigger, he'll start to throw it out, and then when I let go, he'll stop. And it stays out there, and if I hit the trigger again, he recalls it to have it charged. This is useful for, let's say a Pharah's up in the sky and she's raining down her ult. You can literally throw the shield in her face and kill her. One of the things I found that's useful is if Hammond drops his ult, which is a bunch of little mines in the area, you can have your shield go through all those mines and destroy them. So they don't hurt your team. It's rad. It's rad in that. So he is another shield tank. A lot of people have been asking for less shield tanks because when you have an Orisa and a Reinhardt combo, or let's say you even throw fucking, you have a Brigitte and then you also have a Zarya or something like that, and you're playing goats with two other healers, it's impossible to break that. Well, that's where we come into the next thing, which I'll talk about in a minute, but roll cue. Quickly to finish off Sigma, his regular attack are these two little balls that he has in his hands. Sometimes I call them bin wall balls because I'm a dirty fuck. But what they do is they can bounce off walls. They have a very short range, they bounce off walls, and they have a little explosion. If you're able to nail somebody with two of the balls, god damn it, you'll do 120 damage to them. So, Sigma can kill any 200 health character in 2 hits. However, here's where the other part comes into play. Here's about how fast he throws them. Shoot, shoot. Shoot, shoot. Do you see how slow it is? It's not fast enough to be an annoyance, but it's slow enough to where you feel that it's even. You feel that it's right. That if I do get hit by these fucking very short range balls that can bounce off walls, if I get hit by both of them, I probably deserve to die. I shouldn't have been that close to him to begin with. So I love it for that. I genuinely do. Let's see, what else? Oh, his ultimate. I don't remember what it's called, but I was using it in a no ultimate cooldown situation, so ultimate came back all the time in one of the creative things. But what he does is he has this massive gravity well, and anyone that's caught in it gets lifted up into the air, and they're suspended for about 4 to 5 seconds, and then they're slammed to the ground. And that slam does, I want to say, 100 damage. So generally speaking, if a Sigma ults the enemy team, what your job is to damage the guys in the air. So that way when they do hit the ground, they die. That's what you want to happen. I don't know if they'll fix it. It seems like a small glitch, but whenever I get lifted into the air by Sigma and I'm playing as Lucio, I'm able to alt in the air. That's usually not the thing with Lucio. Like, I have to hit the ground with his alt in order to activate it. So, I don't know. I'm enjoying it. It saves my ass every time. I'll take it. But yeah, that's Sigma. I really enjoy Sigma. I think he's a great addition. But as I said earlier, he's another shield hero. And I couldn't imagine how fucking frustrating it would be to have his shield, Orissa's shield, and Reinhardt's shield at the same time to go against. So I'm really happy that they initiated what some call the bunker comp, but it's 2-2-2. It's 2 damage, 2 tank, and 2 support. This is for competitive mainly. Now, unfortunately, a while back, they did put basically all the damage heroes. I'm sorry, they put all these defense heroes in damage and changed their kits up to where they're more damage output. This includes Symmetra. This includes Torbjorn. Like, they're all damage output characters now because of how their kits have been changed. But this is also a little bit of an issue with the 2-2-2 system, because if you pick damage, if that's the role that you've chosen before the match even starts, then you need to be prepared to outpick. One of the greatest things about Overwatch is knowing other characters' counters. And if you know that you can choose a different character to outpick another one or whatever, I'm like, let's say the enemy team has a Mei and she's running shop on your whole team. You need to pick McCree and take her out. That's your job. The tank and support class, yes, they can change their character in case there's a counter pick to them and they need to change or whatever. That's fine. But it's not as big of a deal as it is for damage. So for fuck's sake, if anyone's watching this and they play Overwatch regularly, change your fucking damage character to do damage. Please. It was already bad enough in previous competitive where you would go from a fucking healer to a tank for seemingly no reason. Alright. Now that said, I really, really enjoy role queue. I like that we are absolutely gonna have 2 healers and we're gonna have 2 tanks. That's a fucking godsend. Now, maybe if you're in Grandmaster, if you're that fucking good, role queue is a pain in the ass. But for somebody who is essentially stuck in gold, I'm so happy. So happy it's a thing. Because now I don't have to solo heal as fucking Lucio. Nice. And I appreciate it, Overwatch. I really do. There's a few other character changes, like they really wanted to make Brigitte more of a healing character than a tank, as she was. So her shield went from 500 to 200. Like, it goes away real fucking quick. I don't know if she does more healing with her mace, which I feel like they should have upped her healing on that, but like Orisa doesn't, or not Orisa, but Brigitte doesn't seem as much of a thing now as she did before. I mean, she still stuns, she still does what she normally does. She's weaker, but I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know. It seems like the people who play her most often are not happy with the change, but them's the breaks with Overwatch. God forbid the day they fuck with Lucio. Because I will scorch earth their ass, I swear to God. But yeah, I'm, again, really enjoying role queue. The other cool thing they did with role queue, it's in beta, which I'm not sure what exactly that entails. Like, I don't know if they're saying that so that way they know that they'll have to change it, and if they change it, because at this point, Overwatch has had so many changes over the past 2.5 years that you could argue the game is in beta, and it's been in beta this whole time. But yeah, I don't know. It's a thing, but yeah, they're just changing a lot. They're gonna They want to make the game more even, more fair. I mean, a lot of people forget that when the game first came out, even in season 1 of competitive, there was no limits on the heroes. The hero lock thing, like when you pick a character, no one else can pick that character. That came around like after the second month of the game being out. So a lot of the shit that we have now that nobody questions, like, was added because of issues. So, everyone complaining about roll queue, you'll get used to it. You'll move on. Like, the game is meant to be played that way. That's how they always intended it. And you can fuck around with that. Like, there's still ways to fuck around in that. But, like, I see a lot of Moiras now. Because they're like, well, there needs to be 3 DPS. Or they choose, yes, hello. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that they've added to the game or any other changes that they've made with Overwatch in this past update. I mean, there was a lot of little bugs that they fixed and whatnot. Like, a lot of the characters had tiny tweaks to them, nothing major. Again, the biggest one was Vegeta. And Sigma's fucking rad. So, there's that. I'm done. That's the Overwatch Minute.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Overwatch Min with Gregg Dietz.